There was a woman in St. Louis at the Foster and Adoptive Care Coalition, Melanie, and she was watching Extreme Home Makeover, and she thought, well, wow, this is such an amazing idea. What if we could incorporate this with foster children? We need to spend, this extremely small amount of time putting as many resources as we can towards finding this kid a home. So the program she created, Extreme Recruitment, is we have 12 to 20 weeks to do general recruitment, targeted recruitment, and family finding for the kids.
It's always hard to find placement for kids that are older, of course. Everybody wants a baby. But bringing a child into your home that's 16 years old and has a lot of issues, it's very hard to call somebody up and say, hey, will you take this child? Especially, I call people up out of the blue. They don't know they're not expecting a lot of these cases. These kids have been in foster care for years.
One afternoon, Tom from MFCAA, who was their private investigator, came to my home and rang the doorbell and proceeded to tell me about a child in my family that needed a resource, a permanent resource provider. I had met the child, Charlie, one time in my life when he was first born, but had not seen him since. So I was beyond shocked, speechless, didn't really know what to say when I found out that there was a member of my father's side of the family in state care that needed a permanent resource. And I told Tom at the end of our visit that I would need some time to think about this and to pray about this. I took 10 days to really think. Charlie was born with ADHD, autism, mild retardation. Those were some pretty huge things. Those were things that, I was not efficient in, had training or knowledge in. And that's a huge responsibility to be able to provide that type of a home and care. So I met Charlie. We met at a park nearby. And I guess for as long as I live, I will never forget this little boy walking down the sidewalk, and he extended his hand and said, "Hi, I'm Charles. It's nice to meet you." And I just thought, wow, got your message, God. MFCAA, of course, I had no interactions with them prior. They're just pretty over the top and pretty amazing. Lori Ross, it's her organization. She has the most top-notch human beings that work for her. They don't work for a paycheck, they work for a child. I went through so much training, it seemed, in such a short amount of time. It did not take me away from work. It didn't take me away from my family. We have 3 children in this home. There was never a time where I was pulled away from anything. They worked around my life to start working with me. They taught me a lot about the child care system, which when you're walking into that, it's like walking into a dark room. If it was not for MFCAA standing there going through the journey with me, I probably would have had a different outcome completely. I just enjoy making that difference in their lives. These kids in the system, they come from homes that we can't even comprehend. We can't comprehend not having food, electricity, running water, being hurt while we slept in the middle of the night. Just so many countless ways. And it just takes 1 second to sit down and forget about yourself and focus on what is so important. And that's just providing safety, love, and health to a child. It takes 1 second.